It's a very old James Taylor song. It's one of my favorites. I've probably listened to it several hundred times over the last couple of years. It's the song I always go to when I'm looking for peace, trying to settle down. I've been thinking about Dad's homecoming for a long time now. Last Sunday, he went to his eternal home, something that I think he wanted for a long time. It's been a very long road, and I have 5 minutes to go. I'm sharing it with you. I'm going to get off my planned remarks for a moment. When Kat and I talked some time ago about what this journey was like, I said, and the worst of it is going to be this memorial service. I'm going to get to the end. There's going to be 3 or 4 of our closest friends here and crickets chirping. And it would be really sad. And I thought it would be terrible. Well, after Monday-ish, when things started to come together for the program, I was getting excited about it. I was like, this is going to be great. Went to the church office Monday or Tuesday afternoon, and Phil was kind of conveying a message to the staff, would you come and help Dave with the program? And I was like, well, maybe if Steve could help, that'd be great. If Paul could help too, great. If Steve or Paul, great. He's like, we're all there. I said, well, could Kara sing? Sure, we're all there. So you all made a very special program. I thank you all for being here, and this is a wonderful day. So I can spend a few minutes today telling you stories about how my dad was a good provider, because he was. I can tell you that he's to blame for my nerdy disposition, because I'd like to hide behind that today. I can tell you that he loved my mom and family and was generous and true. And being kind of the last speaker, you've heard a lot of these things already, and I'm afraid I'm going to repeat a few today. So don't think he was lacking in any way, because I don't choose to talk about those things. I've decided, instead of really eulogizing my dad, I'm going to do what I want. And the way I want to spend my time is to thank a lot of people that helped us, and a lot of people that we're very close to. And I really don't know which of these people are in the audience or not. So if I mention your name or your organization or something, I sure would appreciate a little wave so I can know that you're here and I'd like to speak to you. But I know some of you knew my dad for 7 years, and some of you knew him for 3 or 4 at Grace House. Some people might be here from West Oaks or the hospice service that was with him in his final days. I just wanted you to know how much we appreciate all the people that helped us on this journey. Steve Cato, I don't see him just yet, he might be here. He's part of the Alzheimer's Association. It really helped Kathy and I. We didn't go every month to the Alzheimer's Association meeting, but it was very helpful to say, my dad's doing this weird thing, and we don't know what to do. And he'd say, try this. We tried that. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. We learned from him that you never put out anything that smells like food that isn't food to an Alzheimer's person, because they have an accident. Things like that. But he really helped us to, he was there for the whole journey, really. So he helped us know how to love someone with Alzheimer's all the way, through all the stages, all the different things that happen. So he's very special. Tom lived 3 years at the Heritage Games Ranch, and I think he had fun there. He met Viv there. We're very grateful for the friendship and all the companionship that she provided. And Vivian's family were very friendly and loving to him and very inclusive. And we thank you for all of the baseball games and cookouts that we heard about that we know he participated in. That was probably a really wonderful thing that he went to some Little League baseball games, because one of the things I remember from a child is basically begging for mercy one Saturday morning at the start of Little League season, saying, please don't make us play Little League. I like baseball, but every week, really. And he said, well, if you really don't want to play it, I guess you don't have to be like all the other children. So I think you probably satisfied his baseball needs by sharing your grandchildren with that. If you're from Grace House, and I see a whole bunch of you over there, would you please raise your hand just so people know that's the Grace House. They love Dad tremendously. And quite literally, I mean, I went and saw him a couple of times a week, and I ate a lot of hamburgers over lunch and a lot of things, but they were with him 24 hours a day, nights and weekends, I mean, 24/7. And they would fix the toilet that had mysterious problems, they would clean the carpets, they would try to find a meal that he liked. They would learn that fish was never going to work, and gazpacho or liver night were just the dates that Tom was getting the cheeseburger, while everyone else enjoyed whatever that was, and they were very accommodating. So if you see any of the Grace House people today, they're special, and I'd like you to know that. There was an even more special person at Grace House who isn't a person at all. Some of you may have noticed a really large orange dog in the middle of the floor. That is Dylan, and Matt is Dylan's daddy. Dylan is a certified companion animal, or I don't know what the exact expression was, but he's a wonderful dog. And the last year or so that Tom was at Grace House, things got pretty sketchy, and he had some real serious behavior issues, and it was tough. The highlight for me at Grace House, I'd say, was Dylan coming over and putting his head, and just rest his head on your knee, and he just wait till you were done petting him for the again time. And Dylan was just full of love, and even if I was discouraged by what Dad was going through or whatever, Dylan always made me feel good. So I asked Matt if he would be kind enough to share Dylan with us today. So he's a wonderful dog. So that is probably the only golden retriever you'll ever see at a funeral.